Democrat from Colorado, Joe Neguse, at the House Rules Committee hearing that was about 11 hours long, talking about that whaler tax cut that bought Lisa Murkowski.
They did a child care boost to the CDC, TC, and FSAs. The CHIPS and Science Act tax credit was adjusted in this bill, and also the charitable deduction.
I think you're missing one.
Which one is that?
Whalers.
What's that?
A new tax break for whalers, right? Whalers. Am I?
Are you talking about allowing someone who uses a harpin to deduct the cost of that harpin?
Correct.
That's included. It's a business expense.
It's a new tax break.
It's right? A business expense that was capped at $10,000, and now they can deduct it.
Up to $50,000, right?
Yes.
Yes. Why was that added? I think we all know.
You'd have to talk to the senators.
I'd have to talk to the senators. Yeah. I don't know. It was kind of convenient, Chairman Smith, that was the one addition that you omitted from that list you provided. But I think I would
probably more that I.
Well, that may be the case. I think it's emblematic of the broken process that the Senate engaged in. That as we go through this 900-page bill, we will find a variety of different provisions that different senators inserted for their own purposes. And of course, one of them was this whaling tax deduction for the 160 or so people that would be able to claim that in the state of Alaska, so that one of the senators from Alaska would feel comfortable voting for the bill. I don't think that that's, in my view, the way this process should unfold. But in any event, while we're having a colloquy, Chairman Smith.
Is that all it took?
I'm not sure.
Wait, she's a cheap date. If that's
so,
what it took, yeah.
Mr. Chairman, we talked a bit.
A little Worcestery for McGovern there. No, it also took the whole SNAP exemption. This is where, Murkowski really.
Well, relative to Hawley especially, like what did he get for Missourians? He wrote a whole op-ed for New York Times.
I think somebody framed his op-ed that we shouldn't cut Medicaid and gave it to him as a gift, and that is all it took.
I'll just say, I tweeted out in June, this guy will 1,000% cave on Medicaid cuts, stone cold lock. And I rarely talk in terms of gambling, but, congrats to anybody who put money down on that.
There should be a Twitter bot that just follows your predictions and places bets on poly markets.
Live from the
I'm seeing an update as of 1:20 today that Andy Harris, chair of the House Freedom Caucus, says he's remained opposed to the Senate bill. He called on Trump to order the senators back to town for further negotiations. The House just opened up a series of procedural votes on the legislation, and we will see if it passes. But this is during the Obama years. Obama was prepared to cut Social Security benefits by rejiggering the cost of living algorithm that would cut Social Security to make some grand bargain with the Republicans. And at that time, progressives who were against this deal had to hope that the Freedom Caucus was not willing to take yes for an answer. Let's make it clear. These people are doing it because they are so horrific that this bill is not horrific enough for them. And to a certain extent, it's almost like their function. We're always going to be, it's like, they say people always spend, 10% more than they earn or whatever it is. Their ask is always 10 to 15% more horrific than the Republicans can produce, which is, probably in some respects why the party has moved so far to the right. But again, when you're talking about a 30 to 50 person caucus, it's like 1/4 of their caucus of the Republican caucus in the House. And so they have some power because they are true believers.
We have this number ready here. This is for the House of Representatives phone, 202-224-3121. Good time to get in their ear about it.
100%. Both the Democrats, but if you are represented by a Republican, particularly a Freedom Caucus Republican, if you're in a red state, a red district, this is your opportunity to actually have an impact. Call them and tell them, this breaks all the House rules about spending. There's not enough cuts in this. And tell them, like, you're going to, Elon Musk is going to primary you. Just, this is the time to really go to town. Now, for those of you out there who think that the Democrats in the Senate were feckless, that they did not in any way communicate properly to the American public what was going on here, that they couldn't even pressure someone like Lisa Murkowski, who I think is technically an independent, or she ran as a write-in candidate in Alaska. If you think that the Democratic leadership in the Senate's not doing something, well, have I got news for you? You know the so-called one big beautiful bill? Well, just because Donald Trump still calls it that doesn't mean that's the name. And why is that the case? Because of this American patriot.
I raise a point of order against page 1, lines 3 to 5 of the pending amendment, which violates section 313B1A of the Congressional Budget Act of 1974.
The point of order is sustained. The text will be stricken.
Oh, wow.
There it is. The name of the bill is no longer one big beautiful bill. It's just known as Senate, whatever number it is. And Chuck Schumer is really steaming that Trump is still using the name one big beautiful bill.
The one that everyone sort of learned and that they hate. We're just going to change the name on that. When I heard the name was changed, I thought it was like how Blackwater changed their name to like Invisidyne or whatever the heck to throw people off the trail. This doesn't seem like it's helpful.
It's almost not helpful. It really is like, I'm glad he did it. But the problem is that seems to be all he did. Taco Trump. Taco Trump can't call the bill. Big, beautiful bill.
We won't rest.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.